me inappropriately as a spirit. But all I've ever heard out of some of these, like they're from, or maybe they're familiar spirits, but they do sound just like I do know. Now, I did have a spirit touch me inappropriately a couple of times, tap me on my clit, and I damn near had an orgasm. And then also I was laying in my bed at one time, and I could feel that back at the G-spot where they just kept messing with me, and I had to finally say no more of this because I felt that's inappropriate for it to be happening to me as well. So I haven't had anything like this happen lately, so I feel like put a stop to it. I hope.
I wonder if
you ghostly bastard, stop touching my clitoris.
I wonder if
they can be pretty, like I say, they can abuse their power, because even the power to be able to grab me the way they, even just touch me. Sometimes I'll just say, don't touch me because I don't want you to at this moment.
That's pretty neat, because Terry the Tanner there had a ghost check his oil in the middle of the night one time. He must have been a big giant ghost. He said that fucking finger felt like a summer sausage.
My question would be, did you ever want them to do it?
When it first happened, I said no, but this one particular spirit brought up spirit sex, and I said, you know what, fine, you guys are going to keep hounding me about this, so I let it happen one time, and it still made me uncomfortable, so
Wasn't the best sex you ever had?
No, I would say no. No, I can't
definitely
say.
Different, I bet.
I had this TV producer that contacted me, and he was looking for people who had sex with ghosts. I don't know if that counts in the necrophilia type world, but
ghost fuckers.
I actually told the producer, talk to Belinda Bentley. She was a psychic medium, and she claimed that she had sex with a ghost. And
I heard that name from that lunatic in a long time.
Oh yeah. So I got credited as a location manager because I brought them Belinda Bentley, and somebody else you probably know face, and I'm not going to mention their name, but wanted to be on that show. And I said, there's bad publicity and good publicity. Even if I had sex with a ghost, I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't tell Face.
You'd be real popular.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell Face. I ain't gonna tell Phil. I ain't gonna tell anybody. So, hey, okay, we'll go down to Sir Terry the Taint Butt Pirate. You got any questions for Dr. Hunny?
Dear Terry.
Hello.
I think he's staring at her tits and he just doesn't know what to say.
No, but you guys were talking about the worms earlier, and I actually have a story about something like that. I knew this girl here that I used to hang out with when I was hanging out with the punks, and she was found with maggots inside of her mouth, and they found out that she was having sex with dead bodies.
Oh my God.
Was that Karen? Was that Karen Greenlee? Who is this?
Look at that. You can see my dick from here. That's nasty.
I want to know how they have sex, how a female has sex with a dead body.
Yeah, because that guy doesn't die with a boner.
Right.
If he doesn't die with a boner, then what do you do?
Yeah.
Terry. Assuming Terry knows.
Terry?
Terry?
Hello, Terry?
He's still shocked at her boobs. Alright, Chuck, next.
Okay, Wrangler Dave, he's next. Sir Wrangler Dave. You got any questions?
Off the screen,
you got any questions for Dr. Honey?
Oh, I gotta bring Dave on. I keep talking about bringing Dave back on.
Oh, okay.
Go to Phil.
Okay, Phil. He has one. Okay, he has a book. It's called City of Blood. And I was shocked. I mean, a lot of stuff I already knew, but then I got to this one story, and it blew me away because I didn't know about it. So I'm going to let Phil talk about it.
That's the Karen Greenlee case, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Karen Greenlee was an embalmer, mortuary assistant at one of the biggest mortuary or funeral homes in Sacramento, and ended up confessing to sex with, I think 40 to 80 bodies. I don't know, kind of a wide gap, but she had a problem with alcohol. But one day in the middle of a funeral, she was actually driving the hearse and she drove away with the body. And they found her 2 counties over, passed out in the back of the hearse with a dead body and an empty bottle of vodka. So that was Karen. But I do have another question for Dr. Hunny before I let somebody else jump in here. And that I was thinking, somebody like Karen, for example, there was another movie called Kissed in the 90s, which also went into almost like Karen Greenlee type character, where this woman worked at a funeral home and seemed like she could only get off with a dead person or with somebody who acted like a dead person. And I was wondering, do you think that women with a fear of men, women who've maybe been traumatized or just have a fear of men, are they more likely to have necrophilic fantasies?
Yeah, I mean, we've already said it's extremely rare to begin with, but yeah, absolutely. I think that women with fear of men, if they, not many people think of necrophilia, but I think if that opportunity arose and they had a serious fear of being with an actual man, a dead man could do it, for sure.
Jeez.
You don't got to worry about them, do you?
Well, the vampires like Dracula, Bela Lugosi, or was it Frank Langella? Dracula's always been a sex symbol, and that's a corpse. He's a dead person, right? He's like the living dead. So isn't that a necrophilic fantasy?
That's undead.
That's like right. That's like a technicality, though. I mean, I don't think people think of vampires as actually being dead. I mean, I know they are, and they talk about it.
He sleeps in a
Well,
coffin.
Yeah.
Cold.
I know. That's what I mean. It's sort of, yeah, I get it. They actually do know he's dead, but I think for people like that, if you said, oh well, here's a corpse, you want to fuck it? They'd be like, well, no.
Well, okay, just like with sex with a ghost, would that be necrophilia?
I don't think so. Only
No, I believe that's
body.
necromancy.
Well, and it's only necromancy if necromancy is bringing the dead back.
Necromancy is raising the dead.
It's talking
Yeah,
to the dead,
yes.
communing with the dead, bringing the dead back, right? And necrophilia is attraction
Raising
to
the dead.
dead bodies, to dead
Right.
people. Yeah, but ghosts, they're spirits. So
And
You're a ghost fucker.
yeah, and
that's a whole other category.
I think last week too, Phil was asking
Shut up.
if Frankenstein was a zombie. Well,
I heard
zombies usually eat people. Frankenstein never ate nobody.
And Frankenstein wasn't. If you had sex with Frankenstein, that wouldn't be necrophilia either, because he was, I don't know. He was a science project. That was science, right? That was research.
Dead flesh reanimated.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, but
like
that's
Lazarus
he's
raised from the dead.
reanimated.
Hey,
Was Lazarus the first zombie?
But I don't know.
She,
That's a good
hey,
question. I never
you
thought of it that way.
you know something? It just reminds me of a song. She blinded me with science.
Well, we had Wrangler Dave for a minute there, but it
Yeah.
seems like he stepped away. Come on back, Dave.
No, he's gone.
Well,
I'm here.
okay, Wrangler Dave, it's your turn. You got any questions for Dr. Hunny?
Okay.
Dave, we can't hear you, Dave. You're not on the,
Actually,
you're
I
not
got
on
a
the chat here.
statement.
You're not on the chat, Dave.
Come on, Dave, bring him back.
What happened?
Keep talking, because I keep bringing him back and he fucking
Okay.
disappears. So,
I'm going to hand everybody my business card. That's my new business card right there.
Ain't this a
Demon
bitch?
Warrior.
No, the Demon Warrior. Dr. Hunny, I'm a paranormal investigator.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Who's running the controls here, Face?
Oh,
Come on, bring Dave back.
I'm doing the controls.
Okay, now we got some dead air. You like that? Dead air?
Dead air.
Dave's not on the chat at all.
Oh, Lord.
Continue.
What happened?
There's a zombie show where a girl actually is like a mortician and she becomes infected. And what is that, iZombie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I zombie. That was
So like they tried to make her sexy.
Yep.
Is that like pushing necrophilia to our children?
The thing is, when they're watching it, she doesn't look dead, does she?
Pale.
I mean, it's not going up to a corpse in a casket, taking it out, and fucking it on the ground.
It's at least moving. It's moving at
It's
least.
rotten corpse. I don't know.
It talks back.
Well, there's zombie porn out there on the internet, right?
I have not seen that. Is there?
Phil,
There's like porn everything.
Phil, we don't.
People dressed up as zombies and.
I would think so.
Hey, Phil, we don't go on the dark web.
If there isn't zombie
Color
porn,
Pornhub?
then I see, there could be opportunity here.
Have you guys seen this movie, Saw?
That's torture porn.
Torture porn.
Oh, it is. It is. I like jump scares and The Exorcist. The scary movies, the stuff you can't see that's scary. Putting a guy in a room and be like, "You're gonna have to cut your own foot off, or in 10 minutes you're gonna be dead." It doesn't do it, goddamn.
Doesn't do it for you?
That movie, I'd hate to be in that kind of situation.
I don't know. It's just, to me, that's not.
You know what's amazing though is that these serial killers, they inspire Hollywood to create these movies. I mean, like Scream, that's based on a serial killer. That's based on that Florida serial killer. What's his name? Oh, I can't think of it right now. But they based the movie Scream. He was inspired by that serial killer in Florida that was killing those college students.
Ted Bundy?
No, not Ted Bundy. Let me look him up real quick. Hold on.
Well, we got Wrangler Dave back. Let's get Dave.
Okay, Wrangler Dave talk.
Got him.
Right now. So you guys asked a question, and how can women have sex with dead men? Do they have erections? I can answer that as a 100% fact of yes, they do. And there's an actual name for it. It's called angel lust. When you die, when you get rigor mortis, everything gets stiff, including old Mr. Willie. I know that for a fact because I've witnessed it as a paramedic many times.
Oh, wow.
So it is highly possible.
Did you grab it?
I mean, you're not going to get a full Mr. Stiffy, but that's what they call it, angel lust.
You get a half up.
Angel lust, huh?
New term.
That's what
I've
they
never
call
heard
it.
that.
I read about that yesterday.
Okay, the Florida serial killer.
See?
The Florida serial killer is Danny Rolling, the Gainesville killer. That was the inspiration for Scream.
Well, there's sometimes art imitates life, and sometimes life imitates art. Didn't that guy that went and killed all those people in the movie theater dressed up like the Joker?
Oh yeah.
From the Batman movies.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah. So I mean, it can go both ways, but I think you're right. More likely, I think when people try to write scary movies, all they have to do is look in newspapers.
Exactly.
Borrow from headlines. Yeah.
Even Freddy Krueger. That was based on those people in Thailand that were having nightmares, and the nightmares would kill them. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that first on an episode of Quincy, ME, medical examiner, back in the late 70s.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, anybody who's having sex with the dead, I mean, that's a very, very sick mind. And apparently there's a lot of sick people out there.
Hey, Phil, what about that, what was her name? Karen Warmus?
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, Eileen Warnock. The one with the Florida serial killer, female serial killer?
Yeah. Was she having sex with the guys?
She was not. What she was doing was using prostitution as a way to lure her victims and then murder them, on the sides of these Florida highways, take everything they have, and then take off.
So What about robbery?
Robbery, yeah, she led a horribly tragic life, abused as a child, really just horrific life. And I think the first murder may have actually been an attempted rape, because as everybody who's ever studied true crime knows, that a lot of serial killers target prostitutes, because the police in the past, and maybe even today,